Yo, what's up, homestead homies? Just sitting around with Stace, doing a little picking, a little grinning. You guys are going to hear more about this thing here coming up, so stay tuned. And today we're going to talk about
the uses. We're going to do external uses of activated charcoal and bentonite clay. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the external uses of activated charcoal and bentonite clay.
take 462.
So the activated charcoal you might have heard of. A lot of people have it in their home in case of poisoning. They use it for drug overdoses.
The paramedics do, right?
Right, or if you have it at your home and somebody ingested something, that's why people have it in their home, like in their emergency kits for that. Because it's very good at
Like prescription drugs or something?
It can be, yeah, any kind of drug overdose.
Right.
Yeah. But what it's really cool with is because it's so good at absorbing the toxins. When it gets onto something, it like binds to it, and then it can absorb thousands of times its weight. So it's very good at getting the toxins out. So we're going to talk about getting the toxins out externally with these two things. And these are two things I would really recommend to have in your home and on your homestead, because they have a lot of wonderful uses.
And they store well, and they have a good shelf life.
Yes. So these two things can go interchangeably. There's a couple things that I wouldn't use activated charcoal, because activated charcoal is black and it does stain. So certain things I'm definitely not going to use that for. But they can be interchangeable. So if you want to get one or the other, then you can kind of decide what you want to do. The activated charcoal you can find almost anywhere at any type of like CVS or Walgreens or a Walmart. They're very inexpensive in the capsule form. If you do want more of it, you can get it in bulk form. I mean, they use activated charcoal for water filters. They use it for face masks. If you're prepping and all that. I mean, it's used for a lot of stuff.
Why do you like the capsules better?
I like the capsules better because you can adjust them by just breaking them open, and you only need a little bit for what we're going to do.
So
and that way I can control it, and then I don't get it everywhere. This comes in just a regular powder, and the powder is kind of a gray. And just know, if you get a bentonite clay and it's pure white, it's kind of gotten old generally. Usually it wants to be like a light brown or a tan or a gray like that. But the powder gets places. See, I just spilled it. All right. So, here's my two. I love my activated charcoal and bentonite clay. I have gotten stung this year.
It's a record.
Yeah, 5 or 6 times, probably my whole life. I can't even believe it. It's just crazy. I go
How
to
many
pick up
times have I
something.
been stung?
None. Yeah, and he's worked with the bees. He hasn't even gotten stung. But I go to pick up something. I've gotten bit by a wasp.
You stepped on something yesterday?
Yeah, something bit me on the bottom of my foot. I'm like, oh, I hope I didn't get bit by a spider, because these two things are phenomenal at sucking out the poison. So if you got bit by a brown recluse or a black widow, you're not sure, you have this big red bump on you somewhere and you don't know what's up, especially with kids, you look at it,
bees.
Yeah, you don't know where it came from. I would be on it immediately, getting the activated charcoal, just getting a little liquid. You can either use water or you can even use liquidy coconut oil, either one, because when the liquid attaches to the powder, it kind of turns it into a little superhero, and it kind of attaches so that it can absorb it and suck out all the toxins. So you have a positive and negative charge, because what happens, it's a negative, this is a negative, has a negative charge, and then when it goes ahead and gets with the toxins, it turns into a positive charge when you use the liquid with it. So it's going to suck out all the toxins. So on that bite, so I got bit on the bottom of my foot. I didn't know what it was. So on the bottom of my foot, I went ahead. Yeah. And on the bottom of my foot, I went ahead and I put a big Band-Aid, and I put my powder on it, and I put the liquid, and then I just put it on the bottom of my foot.
Did you use your eyedropper?
To do what?
To put the liquid on it.
No, I just did it with my finger.
That's fine.
And so I turned it into like a clay. And I put it on my foot, and I left it on a couple hours, and then I took it off, and I did another one, and I mean, I don't have anything on the bottom of my foot anymore. So anything like that. A snake bite it would work for too, until you could get to a facility to help you, you know. If you're allergic to something and you don't have your EpiPen or have any access to get any help quick enough, or maybe if you're in the process of taking someone that got bit or stung and they're having an allergic reaction, do this immediately because it's going to suck out some of the toxins just to help until you can get, you know, the medical care. So it's huge. So I
Does
really
that
like
same
it.
with the bentonite clay?
Yeah, I could use.
Or was that a little stronger for that kind of stuff?
No, they would both work pretty
They're
good.
both good?
Yeah, they would work pretty good. If you have poison ivy, poison oak, eczema, psoriasis, rashes, any kind of thing like that, go ahead and use it. Just know that the charcoal, activated charcoal, is black and it does stain, so just make sure, you know, you put it right on the Band-Aid and cover it up. If you're going to use activated charcoal, cover it up. And then
Yeah, so like if you have your whole like bottom of your leg is covered in poison ivy and you want to try to beat it, then you would probably use the bentonite clay.
Yeah.
But you could use the activated charcoal, but you would just kind of have to kind of wrap that whole area up.
Right.
Otherwise you'll smear it on your couch and then wife will be mad and then it'll be a big scene.
Yeah, don't do that. Definitely don't do that. But tick bites, because you know, let's say a tick bites you, they transmit the diseases that they transmit within the like 24 hours. So if you can get your tick bites off within that 24 hours, that really helps a lot, you know, from them, you know, transmitting any disease. So the sooner you get them off, the better. So that's why you should always check yourself every day when you come in if you're outside, to make sure you get all the ticks off. But if you do get bit by a tick, put this stuff on it too, because it's huge. Because you know sometimes if they do get you and they bite you, I mean, they could itch for a long time. So put that activated charcoal on there or that bentonite clay and just keep making a poultice with the liquid, put it on there and then take it off, you know, and then until it's starting to feel better. Now, other things you can do if you have acne, the activated charcoal is great. You can just break, you know, part of your capsule, put a little liquid on there. You can either use coconut oil or water and put it on the actual spot and it will help get rid of a zit very quickly. You can also make masks, facial masks out of either one of these. Just make sure, you know, when you're doing the charcoal one that, you know, when it's on the sink, just wipe it off. But all you're going to do is you're going to mix it. You can mix either one of them with some rose water or water and the actual powder. And if you want to put a couple drops of tea tree oil, you can. That's all you want to do. Just put it on your face and let it, you know, kind of dry off and then rinse it off. Or you can even add some aloe vera gel to it if you want to make it a little more soothing. So, it, you know, just depends on what you have at hand. But if you just use, you know, that with, you could even probably put a little honey in there too. There's so much you could do with the powders. Because the one thing is both of these things have the clay, you know, this is the clay and then this is the charcoal, but it pulls out the toxins. So it pulls out of the skin and helps get the impurities out of the face. So you can make it into a mask too. The other thing these two things are great for is your oral health. So as a tooth whitener, yeah, we'll link that above. I have a tooth powder. You can add the activated charcoal powder to your tooth powder and that it helps as a tooth whitener.
Add it to the bentonite clay already? So you can have both of them?
Yeah, you would add a little of this to the bentonite clay and the baking soda and the tooth powder,
right.
and it just acts as a little whitener.
Wow.
Or if you want to, you can just use it by itself, or you sprinkle a little part of the black charcoal on your toothbrush and brush your teeth 2 or 3 times a week, and it will whiten your teeth very quickly.
That's
and
crazy.
I have a lot of people.
Boatloads?
Yacht loads.
Bass boat or a Titanic?
Yeah, Titanic loads of people, how it really will whiten your teeth quick. The only thing is if you have like porcelain veneers or crowns, something like that, it may stain. So if you have that, maybe don't do that.
Do you have a crown?
I do.
Of course you do. You're my queen.
So, and that's another thing that's good for. So either one of them. You can also use the bentonite clay if you just want to make a nice rinse. Put some in some water and then swish it around and then spit it out. So that's another thing you can do as a rinse for your mouth too.
And you can also have a bath with bentonite clay.
Yes. Do not take a bath with activated charcoal because it will stain. But Bentonite clay is phenomenal because what it does is it draws out the toxins. It is known to draw the toxins out. So by putting maybe a fourth a cup of bentonite clay in your bathtub, sitting in the bathtub, it's going to suck out and draw the toxins out of your body, because your body, you know, every day it's getting all these heavy metals, you know, through the air, through the foods that we eat, and your skin is an organ and it's absorbing it. So with this, it's going to help pull it all out. So taking a bath in bentonite clay would be a great detoxing way on your body. And very soothing too.
Good stuff.
Another thing that I would not use this for, but you could substitute baby powder, because baby powder has had a bad rap. You know, it could cause ovarian cancers, and there's other things that, you know, you're hearing a lot more about. So for adults and for children, you could substitute using the bentonite clay, because it's going to draw out the toxins and the moisture and all that. So you can use bentonite clay in place of baby powder.
Cool.
Yep. And I think that's about it. The reason I wanted to do this is because I've been getting stung so many times, and how wonderful these two things have helped me. And people I know that have come over and have gotten bitten or stung, or people that I talk to all the time that have these issues, and they use it and how it helps. And it's amazing how it will help, especially those bad bites, you know, because it's scary, you know. What if a brown recluse or, you know, black widow and that poison and it eats your skin away? This way, at least it can kind of get all that toxins out early. So
just
that's why I
tip.
wanted to do this video today.
Just another tip from the homestead. Stacy tried and homestead approved, plus multiple uses for each one of these ingredients. So another homestead.
Oh, and one more thing, if you like to make homemade makeup, you can make eyeliner with the activated charcoal too. You just get a little water and my makeup brush and mix it all up, and you can just paint it on.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I'm Doug.
And I'm Stacy.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
See you guys.
Oh, hey, you're back. I've been working down the line here, getting these blackberries